I'm Zach with Four Inches of Freedom. Today I'm with the remarkable Billy Markle, who fights for the Art of War Bantamweight title this Saturday in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania at Art of War 45-44. But it's technically 45 on the paper. So
Yeah, I
he
was gonna say
he
I
fight
don't even know the number on the top of my head. I was like, all right, Art of War, yeah.
yeah, there were some issues with 44, but
Mhm.
they're doing the UFC. They're just gonna act like it never happened and just move on with counting. He
Just
fights
pretend it didn't
Aaron
happen,
Kennedy.
guys.
So um Bantamweight title fight. How's it going on your end?
Doing really good. I had a great camp, fine tuning everything. Just I've had Aaron Kennedy on the mind and that belt on the mind since August now, and it's finally here. December 6th, 1 week away. Just can't wait to get out there and do the damn thing. I can't wait to bring that belt back to New Jersey, and I think we're gonna go out there and have a dominant performance.
And you've done like the tour of Pennsylvania like promotions. You did Maverick, who I think is now gone officially, but not officially.
Yeah, I
You
think so too. I haven't heard anything about Maverick in a hot second.
yeah, like I know one card kept getting pushed back, and then it just never got pushed again. And we were aware of that. You've done CFFC, you've done Art
Mhm.
of War, you gone. We were in Jersey with Ring of Combat and all that too. Dead serious. Art of War though, 2-win streak, going for the title. You kind of said you had Aaron on the mind for a while. Like, what have you seen about Aaron that kind of like ignites that fire besides the gold belt around his waist?
He has the belt. That's the main thing. I really want that belt for sure. Me and him have fought the same night before, or the same weekend before, and I've actually cornered against him before. Whereas like he fought one of my teammates, Stevie Calero. I cornered against him that night. He beat Stevie in a split or either split or unanimous decision. It was a good fight. And then he also beat this kid Cole Cameron that I train with sometimes. Cole Cameron's a good friend of mine. So I've always seen like Aaron Kennedy in the radar. And I just feel like style wise, I think I have what it takes to beat him. I think he has that belt. I think I'll be able to do what I need to do to win the fight for sure.
And this time, I think after his last fight, Cafaro kind of had mentioned he was fighting a 40-year-old and did what you should do to a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
You're completely the opposite of 40. I know like Cafaro and
29,
I
ready to
are
do the day.
older.
I'm still 2'9", still not too old, not too young, ready to win a freaking belt. Not 40.
And when you pull Aaron's last two fights too, it's been lopsided opponents too.
Mm-hmm.
His last one I think was like I don't want to ruin it even worse than it was. He
Yeah.
had a lopsided 40 year
He
old
Mhm.
record.
I was trying to fight him that night initially. Like I wanted to fight him that night instead of him fighting the guy that he fought that night. Like I was in talks with Art of War about like getting that matchup, and then he ended up fighting the other kid, which like shit happens. But I wanted to fight him before that, and then before that, it's like he fought one of my Cole Cameron, one of my teammates. And when him and Cole fought, it was a good fight, back and forth, and he ends up submitting Cole in the end of the second. But it was like for round one, back and forth, going at it, and then Cole got a little tired in the second, and he got the win. But I think I have everything it takes to beat Aaron Kennedy December 6th. I think I'll be able to keep it standing. I think I'll be able to outstrike him. I think if it goes to the ground, I have phenomenal jiu-jitsu. I think people like don't really get to see my jiu-jitsu like top, bottom, all around, and this could be a good fight to display that. And yeah,
And you're over at Nick Catone's. Nick Catone's is on a roll. You got Cafaro champion at another promotion.
hmm
Corey Anderson's over there as well.
hmm
Champion at PFL.
hmm
Soon to be another champion. You had champions stop in with the Islam and the entire Daggy
yeah,
bound
they
crew.
were all here for the majority of my camp, which was honestly was a blessing. It was really awesome to be around them, especially Walt in camp.
Did you pick anything up from them? Because I know like Khabib and that entire mentality has like a different like training experience.
The energy is probably the thing that like Frankie says this all the time, like being around them and being around that championship energy and that mindset is one of the biggest things you pick up. It like changed how you look at training, how you look at every single day, where it's like you're not going in there just to train, you're looking at every single day to get better. You're trying to study every drill that we do, every technique that we do, where it's like you're not just going through doing the reps, you're doing it to understand and be better. And it was really cool. And it was like after every training session, like at first it was like Ali was running a lot of the stuff before Khabib came, but Khabib would do like a little speech at the end of every training session, talking about like things we went over and also some mindset stuff when it comes to fighting. And it was really a blessing. Like it really was. It was something like my sister does not follow MMA, but my sister got me a Khabib like poster when I was like maybe it was like right after he retired, where it's like because when Khabib fought Justin Gaethje, it was like me and her went to go visit my sister, my aunt, and we're driving back, and I forgot that the card was in Dubai when Khabib fought Justin Gaethje, and I literally look her dead in the eyes. 'Cause I'm driving. I'm like, I hope you don't have any plans, because it was like middle of the day, and then she's like, no, why? I'm like, we got to stop somewhere so I can see this fight. And she saw me like lock in, how excited I was to see Khabib. Like I've always been a really big Khabib fan, but so it's like been awesome experience for me as like a major Khabib fan, just seeing him and see how he acts and like listening to him and having run practices.
You gotta know, like, obviously they share photos because Ali is Ali,
Yeah.
and then of course when you train with him, like, you try not to fangirl or fanboy, but it's fucking Khabib.
Oh, for sure. It's like I got like photos with him obviously, and every single time I like give it a few days. I like make sure it's like a good day, good timing. I'm trying not to be it when like everyone's asking for photos. Hey, Khabib, can I please get one photo, please? You know, I don't want to be like annoying about it, but like there's no way. Like it's one of those things where like I'm gonna look back at it and show like my kids one day. If it's like, oh, they understand MMA or like they follow MMA, they know who Khabib is, I'll be like, I got to train with them. I got to train with Islam. You know, it's two of the best pound for pound fighters ever.
And obviously we could sit here and talk about the entire Eagle fight team essentially,
Mhm.
but you do have your own team over there. Who have you
Yep.
trained with, like, from the hometown crew for this fight?
Mark Gray is one of my main training partners for years now, and he's been a phenomenal look for this camp. Nick Corelli, Jermaine Diaz, he's an amateur who like he's 4-1 as an AMI now, just won the Dead Series belt as an amateur, and he's hot prospect. But Cafaro, Mark Gray, Tyler McBride, Nick Corelli, like Mark Corelli and Jermaine have been some of my main sparring partners for this camp, and it's been a phenomenal look for Aaron Kennedy getting me ready for this title fight. And Cafaro's obviously like Cafaro's like my best friend. He's also my head coach. Like Nick Catone, my head coaches, and they overlook everything. So it's been a phenomenal camp.
Yeah. All right. So talk about Khabib and Islam. We talked about who you trained with locally.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about having Aaron on your mind since August, which is way too long to have a guy on your line.
Way too long. Trust me. It's like I'd rather hear anyone else's name at this point. I just want to win this fight and then move on and see what's next. You know.
And let's go there. Like, what do you after you win on Saturday? What are your plans for 2026? Let's just go general.
In general, I definitely want to defend my belt. I definitely want to defend it. One thing that's drawn me to Art of War is they also offer pro boxing fights, and I came up as an amateur boxer. Like I fought boxing before I fought anything else. And I've always said that I want like a pro. Like I don't want to make a career as a pro boxer, but I would love a pro boxing fight. Just to say I did it, especially as like I wanted the New Jersey Diamond gloves. You know, I boxed at like a high level and amateur. And it's just one of those things where it's like I would love to have a pro boxing fight with one of their boxing promotions. But I definitely want to defend my belt come next year. I definitely would love to take a pro boxing fight at some point next year.
So Deb and Mike, and I forget the boxing cross promoter they work with. There's an easy booking for next year
Mhm.
for the next Rumble ready
I
card.
told Mike
Um,
Bickings right off the bat, where it's like when me and him had our first talk together, it was like before the first card happened. I was like, I knew that they were like planning it, and I was like, my ideal situation is like, I'll be your guy for MMA, I'll be your guy for boxing. I'm like, I would love to do both. Like, I want to have at least a pro boxing fight. Like, it's just one of those things, like resume wise. Like, Gafaro has like Muay Thai fights, obviously. Like, and it's like I came up boxing. I would love like I don't want a pro Muay Thai fight, but I would love a pro boxing fight. Like where like no matter what, I need at least one. When everything's all said and done, I want to be able to say that I fought pro boxing, fought pro MMA. You know.
that makes sense. I mean, Ryan kind of hinted at that before in a previous interview, where like he was like checking off the boxes of like what combat sport has he not
Mm-hmm.
done, and it's like bare knuckle, and he's never gonna
Yeah,
do bare knuckle because he has
bro.
brains.
I never want to do bare knuckle. I got offered. I didn't get offered like an opponent for the last bare knuckle card for Prudential Center, but they reached out like, "Would you want to be on it?" And I was like, "There's not a shot. Like, unless you're offering me life changing money, I'm never." It's just like my face, my hands, like it's just like like wholeheartedly as someone who like I love combat sports. Like I follow everything from boxing, Muay Thai, MMA, Jiu-Jitsu. But bare knuckle boxing is like I watched bare knuckle boxing fights, but I've never actually watched a full bare knuckle boxing event, you know?
It it's worth
I
going
would
to.
go
I'll
to
say that
one. Like
much.
I kind of wanted to go to the last one at potential. I was gonna go until Frankie's fight got pulled. Once Frankie's fight got pulled, I was like, that's the only reason why I was really going, you know? But I would definitely go to
Yep.
one.
Yeah, I did literally right there. I did the last Philly card,
Yep.
the little like the 2300 card that they did. It was like
Mhm.
the local show. It was full of like all the people I watched fighting
Yeah.
in 2300 MMA.
Mhm.
You had Johnny Garbarino, you had Elijah Harris, Lex Ludlow, like all these people who like I've
Mhm.
seen fight MMA, either 2300, Valley Forge
Mhm.
Arena, Valley Forge Casino. Like, that's where I think that's where
Mhm.
BKFC kind of hooked me. Was like you have a lot of fighters who I don't want to say have they basically have
Mhm.
realized MMA might not be for them, but
Mhm.
they have good hands, so they went that route. And you know boxing, if we're we all know how boxing runs. If you're not
For sure.
23-0, you're nobody. Where bare knuckle, they don't care if you
They
work
don't
at
care what
fucking
you
odd
do. Yeah,
lots.
they just want you on the card.
Like they're gonna put you on a card.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some people have made it into a
Bro,
career. I mean, Johnny Garbarino was a
I don't know
Art
if
of
he
War.
ever got the
I
title,
don't
but
think he
like
ever got the
he's like
title,
one
but
of
he
the
was
prime
Art of
examples
War.
and stuff like that. Like he's killing it, bare knuckle.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like him. Lex Ludlow fought for Art of War. Um,
Mhm.
Phil Caracappa
Mhm.
went through the CFFC and Ring of Combat. He's been over there doing well. I mean, over at Dante's, you
Mhm.
just had Carl Robertson on there. You have, I
They had
think you had three
Phil,
or four people
Dante, and
on the
some
potential
other
card.
guy. I forgot his name. I
And
don't know him too well. Like I never really trained with him.
but like that's the whole other atmosphere. Where it's like there at least is
Mhm.
now, and then there's also now X Rumble, which might be more up your way as well. That is kind of boxing. It's kind of like a spin. It's kind of like Philly's version of Dirty Boxing.
I was gonna say, is it like dirty boxing? Because dirty boxing, I've seen that. I'm like, I'm down for something like that. Like that, I'd be a little
Yeah,
bit more
it's
interested
ran
in.
by Feldman's brother. So it's still the
Okay.
Feldman Enterprise, but they kind of realized like he
Mhm.
does. Damon does celebrity boxing. Dave
Mhm.
does bare knuckle. Did not like full crossover. Damon's now doing this like hybrid model,
Yeah, like boxing with MMA gloves. You know.
and
Yeah.
they launch in like a month. I think actually a week after your fight, I believe, is they launch in Philly. Um, which is
Oh,
like
that's dope.
I'm interested because like it's that hybrid where like Dirty Boxing's not bad, but Dirty Boxing is also like it's owned
Mhm.
by a management company. So like how
Mhm.
fair is the booking?
For sure. That's like when you find things a little interesting, and it's like, so like, how are you really doing this? Like, are you looking out for the fighters, or are you looking out for
Yeah.
your guys? You know?
Like so that's
Yeah.
kind of how that is. But we talk about again said just wrap it up again. Talk about training with the Eagle team, your local team, fighting for a title. Aaron Kennedy on the mind for way too long. Next year you're
Way
gonna
too
defend
long.
it, get a boxing match as well,
Mhm.
and then I hate to change focus real fast too, but when you're the number one hype man in regional MMA and your counterpart is defending his title as well later in the month, you get your title the 6th. 2 weeks later, how is that fight going down the 20th in Atlantic City?
Ryan Cafaro, like Justin Patton's a good guy. Don't get me wrong. Ryan Cafaro is defending his belt. CFFC December 21st. I'll be in the
20th.
corner. I'll be there. That's my guy. Ride or die. Like Twin Dragons and new and still Ryan Cafaro. Bada bing, bada boom. Korean Thunder all day, baby. I can't freaking wait. I like Ryan Cafaro is like one of my best friends in the world, and he's also like my coach. And it's like I'm so hyped for him to defend the belt. Like he's a true inspiration when it comes to MMA. Like, and it's also like because he's like been in the game for so long, he's peaking a little bit later in his career, and it just shows you can keep staying after it. And it's also one of those things where like MMA and combat sports, there's a lot of shitty people in the world, and Ryan Cafaro is a top-notch dude. Like not even just saying that as like a friend of his. Like he helps everyone, he corners everyone, he's always willing to hold pads and coach, and he's just a top-notch guy. And I can't wait to watch him defend his belt for CFFC in December.
Yeah, I gave him a task.
Yes.
I messaged him and explained to him that I demand the same amount of hype man from the corner that Billy Markle does during a
Dude,
Cafaro fight.
and if you saw, there's photos of my last fight when after they announced me the winner, Ryan comes up and picks me up in the middle of the cage and we start dancing and shit. And then when he won the belt, me and him did the Borat dance. Like you saw, I. And we talked about it the whole lead up, like Borat, we're gonna do it. So I gotta hype him up. He's like, if anyone deserves the hype, it's Ryan Kim Cafaro.
Yeah, it's a guy who I think you summarized it perfectly. This guy put everyone else's career ahead of his career, that he's now peaking at 36. Like, I have to keep mentioning that because I like to call Ryan old, while I'm also a month older than him. So that kind of, I always have to also backtrack it to explain that I am in fact older than him as well. But the Double Dragons,
Baby.
December, end the year with titles and new and
Back
still.
to back, baby. I can't. You got me way too hyped up for no reason. Like my day's over and I'm about to go home and just be like locked in, so hyped up.
Like I said, this is why he's the number one hype man in regional MMA. Because, like, I mean, I didn't see the Borat dance. I was there in person for that fight.
Yeah.
I was too busy yelling and new to all the Longo guys that were on in front of me because I had a barrier that I was safely behind.
I love it.
And then, like, I caught the replay afterwards, and I was like, because I kind of had to see what you two did, because there's always something between the two of you.
Always.
And I mean, and it's always like, I think even if it's not Ryan, it's anyone you're cornering. You cornered CJ LaFregola as well.
I corner a lot of the local Nick Catone guys, like every single time.
So, but more importantly, not August, Jesus. Aaron's been on your mind since August. I'm staying in August, apparently. December 6th, Valley Forge Casino. If you're not there in person, I know tickets are like almost sold out.
Tickets are almost sold out. It's going to be streamed on Star Fund or something like that.
Yep.
And December 6th, be there, be square, baby. Come on. And new. And
then we'll wrap it up and then do a follow-up after you win.
Yeah,
so best
please.
of skill.
I would love that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Awesome.
You're the man, brother.
Thanks.